actually, I think the analogy is good, okay? Because custom and tradition and wisdom says when you have this kind of dirt and you want to grow this kind of plant, but this plant needs something a little bit different than this particular dirt, but you know that all you need to do is add a little bit of drainage, which is like, you know, adding a little bit of, you know, straw and compost, or, you know, it's like not that big a deal, okay? And that's what custom says, and that's what all of ancient history says, and that's what we learned, and that's what we developed. But then science comes along, and science says, well, I'm going to pick apart the different, you know, properties of this soil and figure out what the problem is with this particular soil. And hey, it's too high of a clay count, so let's figure out a way to rip the soil apart and discard the clay and condemn the clay for not wanting to grow tomatoes. And it's like all you had to do was what we've been doing since the dawn of time, which is add a little bit to make the soil drain. Like, you're allowed to add a little bit of something simple to make the whole situation perfect. Instead, you overcomplicate the situation. You want to pick apart the properties and say, this part's the problem. But, you know, all of history has said this isn't actually a fucking problem. Like, you're creating a new fucking problem to solve a problem that we already solved, okay? So now, if your real thing is you want to steal all the clay, then okay. But don't say that it's some kind of failure in the dirt, because we have known how to solve that problem for millennium. We just add some motherfucking hay and rocks, maybe twigs and shit.